welcome to episode 2 of the Bearded Way of Life. I'm here today with two very good long-time friends of mine, Mitch and Dre. Went to school with these boys, growing up. I've seen them develop, I've seen them grow into budding artists and two fantastic entrepreneurs. So gentlemen, thank you firstly for coming on today.
Appreciate you.
Do you want to give the listeners a bit of an explanation about who you are, what you're doing?
We appreciate the entry. We are big time friends from since year 7. Year 7.
It's been a minute.
Been a minute still, so that's switching more than 10 years, 10, 12 years now. So yeah, man, it's been a blessing to be fair. My name is Dre Money. I'm actually a digital entrepreneur. I've dabbled in a lot of different areas in entrepreneurship, from marketing, branding, networking. But my main thing is product development and innovation. So just moving towards that right now. But yeah, man, I'm also a part-time artist, if you could say that, or I could just say I like to express myself through the passion of music and writing rhymes, bars, whichever you want to put it. But yeah, that's my style, and I'm just a person that's really going on a journey of self-actualization and knowing myself, and then being able to then project that within the world and just do what I can, not try and change everything, but just do what I can for myself, and then hopefully people see the inspiration, do that. If they do, they don't. Whichever, I'm good. I'm working on me.
Yeah, my name is Mitch Money. I'm an artist. Obviously, I'm from Luton. I'm also an entrepreneur, but first and foremost, I'm an artist. Everybody loves to, be on the grind, do what they need to do, but I love to express myself. That's one of my main passions. That's the main thing I do. That's what a lot of people know me for. If you know me, you probably know me. Oh, he does music, potentially. And yeah, if you're going to get to know me, then you'll know, yeah, this guy does music, innit? So that's my main thing. I'm an artist, but you get me, money I have to make. That's how it goes. So I'm an entrepreneur as well. I'm involved in a number of numerous different projects. Also an author, executive producer, loads of little things. That's what I've just been working on, and just getting creative with making money and getting creative with experiencing life. I think that's the main thing I'm about really at the moment. Just experiencing different things, trying different things out. Does that make sense? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. And then just going from there, man. Like, I'm young, just ready to kind of try a lot of things and see what happens with it.
Thank you very much for explaining who you are and what you're doing, guys. Really appreciate it. And before we get too far into anything, I just want to say to both of you, it's been inspiring watching the lads who you were when we were in school together to who you've become now. Has been truly inspirational. You could have gone very, very different routes.
Oh yeah.
And we'll get into a bit more, but you got led down paths that you maybe shouldn't have. But what you boys are doing now is inspirational.
No,
I'm loving seeing the growth.
Appreciate
where you're coming to now,
my man.
So the first point I want to sort of go over. Obviously, the last episode I was chatting with Wayne Dawes of Burns Barbers, and we were talking about the impact that being a barber has on men and the community. And I actually referenced the comment that you'd made to me, Mitch, in a conversation we were having about your experience and what you get from a barbershop. So the first thing I'd like to do is go into that a little bit more.
I heard what you said, and I feel like the barbershop for me, obviously, I've got a busy schedule in my life. Sometimes it seems like I'm not busy, but when I actually break it down and kind of dissect it, and I know it's not good to compare, but sometimes I compare my life with other people's lives. I'm like, raw, I'm active, like I've got a lot going on, like I've got a lot to think about. If I'm doing something, I'm probably thinking about the task at hand, but also, okay, later I've got to do this, do that. So for me, the barber is that spot you pull up, right?
Therapy.
Sit down and just, okay, cool. Like everything switches off because I'm not picking up my phone in there unless like my brothers meeting me around after time. But most of the time, phones are down, phones are off. Like very rarely I'll be on my phone. I'll be active, and it's just cool off, kick back, relax, and I fall asleep in that chair sometimes. And it's funny because I went for a trim on Saturday, and I walked into the barber shop, cool, safe, said hi to the man, then said hi to the barbers, and that, sat down at the chair. Then all of a sudden, my brethren.
What, you went for a drink? I'm joking.
Listen to this guy. That's why he's wearing a hat. That's why he's wearing a hat. But yeah, obviously I went for this. I'm in the chair already. Then like from nowhere, like I look up, and then my brethren's in the shop. Then he's like, "Yo, I didn't even." I was like, "I didn't. Where was you? I didn't see you." Then he's like, "Bro, I was sleeping in the chair. I didn't even notice you come in." I was like, "Mad, you're not the only one that be sleeping." Like, because I sleep in the chair. I'm like, you know what? I hear it, fair play. Spoke to him quickly and he went away, but got in my trim, kicked back, relaxed, spoke with the barber. And by the end of it, it was just like, you know what? Yeah, nice. Came out. He took off the thing from my shoulders. I was like, yeah, I'm ready for life. And that the barber is that kind of thing. And the whole night I went to a boxing event. So I went there and, you just feel, yeah, I'm ready just for life. Like, I'm not ready. I don't know what's good, but what's good. So yeah, it's just a really good place for me to just unwind, reset everything, no matter what's going on. Just kind of like, get fresh, get clean, just feel yourself a little bit, and then yeah, you crack on from there, innit? As the trim fades away, you get me. You need to book that, but other than that, you get me. We're really steady. We're steady. Like, it's a very good place to just go and reset. If that's all you can do to reset yourself, if you don't meditate, if you don't go to the spa, if you don't do these things, a trim, it's not in. It is enough. It can be enough. If that's all you can do, that's it. It's enough. But you get me. There's loads of things you can do to reset. But that one there is every man. I hope everyone gets a trim in it.
It's fun that you even the way I like the way you said at the end. Like, if that's all you can do, like everyone has their thing that they can do. Like, everyone's got different lives in it. So it's fair enough to say that point. I was saying to one guy in the gym today, Chris. He was saying that he actually stopped me. I'm watching what you're doing. I like it. Like, what you're saying, what you're doing, to quite having me a kind of way. And I went off and worked out for like one set or 2 sets, and I came back and I was like, do you know what, bro? That's just my way of doing it. It's not the way. It's just my way of doing things. Like, that's how I see my thing for me. And if you find inspiration or you like that, I appreciate it. But even if you want, find your way of doing something, having your zen, having your peace, having your fresh, having your clean moment. You find it for you. And I think just trying different things, that's how you do it. So not a lot of people will think about resting in the barber chair. Some of them want to chat to everyone and get active. So now they might try it, and maybe it's for them, you get me? So I like the way you said everyone's got their thing and that's your thing.
It's definitely your thing. It's a thing.
No, and it's so true, and it's such a big thing. It's one of the few places that, as a man, with all the pressures that life brings you, you can actually just switch off. For that half hour, 45 minutes, like Wayne was saying, you've got no cares in the world. You're sat there, you're getting pampered in your own way.
Just get me right. Get me right.
And you're coming out there, you've managed to switch off, you've managed to relax, chill out, and you're coming out looking good. What's not?
Yeah, man. What else?
Steady.
So no, that was brilliant. Thank you for that, guys.
Lovely.
Really great insight into the man who gave me the quote.
You know what? Hey, come on, man. We keep it pushing.
Really appreciate it,
my man.
The next stage I wanted to talk about was your stage from growing up, from being kids to getting to where you are now. Now, obviously, we drifted off in, what was that, 2008, 2009?
Yeah, about that.
2009.
Yeah, maybe even 2000.
End of 2009.
Remember the riots. When was the riots? 2009, isn't it?
2011, I think.
No.
Now we went to year 9, so we was in year 9, so it would have been 2009.
That's 2009. So just before that, 2008, coming into 2009.
Now 2009 going to 2010.
What were the riots then?
The year after.
Was it beginning of year 9, wasn't it?
We left at the beginning of year 9.
Yeah,
that's when we left.
2009, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So there's the only easy way to remember.
Yeah.
We started in 2007.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I got it. Yeah. Beginning of year 9, that's when we left.
So yeah, in 2009, you both got booted out of school.
Yeah.
Again, that's a whole other podcast
Shackles.
for itself because
Random.
it wasn't even you
It wasn't
guys
even
in
just-
that situation.
And it was a double kick out. Mad in the history. I don't know if that's a thing. Is it a thing?
double kick out for a situation that neither of you were actually involved with.
Yes.
Crazy.
You know, unfortunately, there was definitely a bit of racial profiling going on. But
Yeah.
we don't even need to get
You
into
know,
that.
actually, that was I forgot about that till just now. Since you mentioned that, like, right? They actually done me wrong.
Yeah.
That's mad, but
I mean, we won't name drop the school. We won't be that brutal.
Yeah,
But
no, it's calm. But we weren't angels anyway. But safe. Cool.
Yeah, man.
That's it. We charge it to the game, innit?
Yeah,
It's nothing.
Exactly that. Like
We
we
charge
say.
it to the game. Charge it.
So at that point, when you got booted out, obviously you went down to London. You went to Liverpool.
No, we both went to London. Then I kind of got kicked out of London.
So
yeah, don't like you said.
We're angels.
No one's perfect. Like, and we'll never be the first to move like that. So yeah, that's my statement. That's it.
So dead.
That's it. But yeah, I went to Liverpool after year 10. I got kicked out of school in year 9 in London. Then I went to Liverpool year 10. I finished high school in Liverpool. But I think it was all the best, you know. Go on.
Yeah. I mean, as far as Luton reputations go, you came back with a slightly cleaner reputation than what you did.
What do you mean?
There was a whole belief and story around your time in London and what situations that happened and all the rest of it.
Oh yeah.
And you came back, more so you, Mitch, than you, Dre, but you came back with a stigma around your name and a reputation that wasn't you, that people had been fed through the grapevine and were being made to believe. And it wasn't the character, it wasn't who you were. I mean, anybody from Luton will know the reputation you came back with. But
I hear it.
How did you find coming back to your hometown and the stories that had been fed around about you?
Do you know what? I feel like at the time,
It's a good question.
yeah, it's a very good question. How did I feel about it? Okay. Because at the time, the stories. Let's just say they weren't 100% true and they weren't 100% false. Because accountability, first of all, let's be accountable. Because as a man, like maybe back then I wouldn't have been accountable, but now it's like, hold on. Why would them stories have been even floating anyway? More time because of maybe the way I was partially moving. There were probably extras added because you know how it goes. Like, oh man, did you hear him? Bro, I heard it was. Then all of a sudden it's both of them in one, and it's like raw. So, but I feel like it was fun coming back. I'll be honest, but it was fun coming back because obviously. I'm coming back to a town with a kind of it's like a fresh start, but everyone slightly knows us, but it's still a fresh start in a sense because everyone's older now. Everyone looks different now. The way people knew me back then, they don't really know me no more. It's like, raw, I swear that's them lot. Raw, what's going on? The man them lost weight. Man them are moving a bit more saucy. Just in general, like there's a lot. There's no more extras. Like. So it's like obviously like it wasn't surprising that people had that kind of view of me, but at the same time, I didn't mind letting them believe that because, to be honest, I didn't care about anyone I didn't really care what people thought about me because when I was coming back, it was like in London, going to school in London and going to school in Luton. It's two completely different settings. Just in general about how people are, about how serious things can get. Like things can get serious in London.
Yeah.
So when I came back to Luton, it was like, you know what, this is like not a cakewalk, but it's like, you know what, it's a relaxer.
You can actually come here and relax if you
come Luton, relax, and like whatever they think, if they think it is what it is, and like obviously if you experienced it firsthand, it's like it's just how it goes sometimes, isn't it? Sometimes people have seen a side to me that, oh, wow, he's moving like that, or he's acting like this. But that's just maybe where I was in my journey, kind of thing. Like, and there's a thing called I done sociology in university, so there is also a thing called a self-fulfilling prophecy. When people see you in a certain way, you're more likely to act like that way, because you know what? If that's what you feel like man's on, then I'll be like that. But at the same time, when I came back, I wanted to just chill, have a good time. As a young man goes, have banter with a man, then relax and start making music, money, then start making music and money. But if that's what you feel of, man, more if you see it, if you already have a perspective on someone, you're gonna notice it when they do these things more, because you already know what you believe of. Like, I know what he's like, so when you see it happening, it will be like what do you call them, emphasized. Whereas you might not have noticed, well, not you particularly, but the people might not have noticed if I was being cool and nice and just chilled out and like funny, but they might have just saw me when I'm walking into college, screw face because it's 8:30, but they're thinking, "Right, he must be on some next stuff." Yeah, you get it. But I'm just pissed off because it's 8:30 and I'm walking into college. But you might think, "Raw, yeah, I wonder what."
You're quite an approachable person.
Now, but I feel like I've adjusted my character. Not adjusted my character. I think I've grown up, and I've learned how to adapt and allow people to be comfortable around me. But don't get me wrong, there are people now who might not be comfortable around me still, same way.
I'm going to disagree with you slightly, yeah. You both have always been the same people you are now. The only difference is we've gotten older and maturity levels have changed.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you go back to when we were kids, yeah. My mum and dad, the whole way through our lives, have loved you two since they've known you both.
Of course.
Yeah. My mum and dad loved you both because of the people you were. Even back then when we were kids,
yeah.
you were both little shits.
Hey, man.
They loved you because of the reality of who you were. They saw through stigmas around
100%
young black lads.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
And they saw you both for the real people you were. We'll go back to the time when I robbed the bike. Yeah? Remember this time?
Mazingi.
Yeah?
Wait,
the pushy, the BMX, the purple.
Oh my days, bro. The white and brown.
Yeah, you remember this? This is going back some years now, yeah? Now, you boys could have turned up. My mum and dad didn't know you from Adam at this point, but you boys could have turned up with complete madness and kicked off. I brought the bike you've been fully entitled to.
Oh my days, sounds
did
like
it.
a bad G, bro. I just remember. That is jokes, bro.
You turned up, you knocked on the door, you both introduced yourselves and said, look, we're sorry to be coming to your house, but this is the situation. This is what Sam's done. We need that bike back. You gave my dad the respect that you guys expected back.
Of course.
I got an absolute bollocking. But from that point onwards, my dad knew straight away the characters that you both were. And when it came to the rugby training and all the rest of it, he knew what he was dealing with.
You build that relation from there. Like, you build from like, okay, I met these boys in the past. Yeah, of course. Nah, I get that. That's what I'm saying. But if people think a certain way of you, you're gonna kind of like run with that and just run with that.
And that comes down to the whole stigma. You know, there's a huge amount of stigma surrounding young men anyway. Now, if I'm stood in a group of lads, all white lads say, yeah, outside of a shop, people are going to look at it totally different from what you boys stood put up outside of a shop are. There's such a stigma surrounding young black lads, yeah? And I think that stigma has only got worse. And you hit on a key point of that by saying, if somebody thinks of you in one way, and if they've got that stigma already over you, why aren't you going to act the way that they're thinking? Why are you going to
You might not even act, you might even want to, but you just do little things and like, that's that thing coming out. I can see it. They're watching from a distance, but they're like, he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
But I'm sure he just...
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly that. You know, it's such a big thing, stigma, and how you react then as a human being to how somebody perceives you.
Yeah, 100%.
And
100%.
It's a shame still. It's a shame.
oh, it's massive.
It would be great if people could focus on themselves more, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think that comes with maturity, innit? At the end of the day, like, with the thing with stigmas, although just to bring it back to like how I felt coming back into Luton, came back into Luton College, cool, I felt like that, whatever, carried on, cracked on, done whatever, I was like, lived how I was living, it is what it is, like, but then by the time second year came around, I met a teacher who was very cool with me, but very cool, like he used to chat to me proper, like I'm a proper man, like, just, you're right, have conversation with me, and it allowed me to change my stigma, because the energy he gave me was as if I'm a smart lad who can crack on. So when I came into his class, he expected a certain thing from me, a certain energy in the class, a certain engagement, interactiveness in the class. He'd say, "Yeah, what do you think of that?" And he'd make me be the one to voice my thing. So, and then I'll say that's a key element of changing the way, okay, how can I be seen? And it's like, raw, my man rates my thing. So let me show him, rate my thing, bro. I can actually understand this concept. I can work with this concept, and I can also explain the concept to you. And then that we build a great relationship from there. And from there, like, it's just, okay, now I want to go to university. Now I want to do this and do that. And it's like, so the beginning, I didn't care how people saw me. I didn't really care. By the end of it, I was like, you know what? I want to prove the people that do believe in my thing, because not everybody saw us or myself in a kind of raw way, but there were people who did believe in us, like raw. And that one of them teachers, he was one of them guys who just said, you know what, these guys spot on. And a bunch of teachers at the college by second year had not changed their perspective on us, but they showed us.
Second year, we
they showed us that belief source that they believed in the Mandem, like a group of us as Mandem, not just me and him. There was a thing called Black Boys Can, like they believed in us, like, and through that program, we were still in college doing our thing, like we were still being normal college brothers, like normal, like it's normal stuff, but the way they saw us and the way they kind of like, raw, I believe you guys can do some stuff. Like they expected certain things from us, acting a certain way, being a bit more, like, not to say like hood and that, but less rowdy.
I think they like there's a tinge of, they're being themselves.
But don't be rowdy about it. Yeah. Don't be running around, throwing your weight around, causing riff. Like, and as you get older as well, like, you realize that. And that's one of them things. Mm-hmm. When you get to about 17, 18, a couple things like being rowdy and riff-raffing and being a bit aggressive, like acting passive-aggressive for no reason, it's like, really and truly, you're scaring the girls. Bro, like, some girls like it, they do like it, but you're scaring the girls. Relax.
What is that girls like about that? It's like, it's dangerous. So they like that dangerous element, but at the same time, they like cool, collective.
Yeah,
but it's still dangerous. I'm all about stay dangerous.
It could be dangerous.
Stay dangerous, but
when it wants to be, but
it's not that. It's not loud and young and like too much bravado swinging around and like,
I think you go from the stage in life from where it's stay dangerous to it switches to stay unpredictable. Yeah, and just
that's better. That's better. Stay unpredictable. It's like raw.
And that's
I like that
switch.
I'm wrong with that.
No,
stay unpredictable. Stay unpredictable. Stay unpredictable.
Keep people guessing. Keep people thinking what's coming next. What are they doing?
How's he rolling?
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
So, having faced the challenges that you boys did to show the real side of you both and who you really are, what advice can you give to young men of today that are coming up through high school, about to leave, about to get into college, finding themselves getting pulled off maybe to the wrong path? but have the drive and the determination and want to do something with their life. What advice could you both give?
My main, that's a good question, man. And it's like it might. I'd like the message to fall on the right ears that I'm about to say. It's just for me what I realized leaving leaving college, high school, college, and moving forward. I went to Liverpool, like I said, so I found when I was there, I was living with my sister. They kind of directed me to do different things. And I found teachers at school directed me to do different things. I had friends as well, rugby, doing different things. I think my main catalyst for switching it up or even just adapting with life as we grow older, because you can't always be the rowdy guy, as we said, boisterous. It's about trying different things, putting yourself in different environments, even though you might be like, what am I doing here, bro? This ain't going to be me. But there might be supposedly, you might find a tiny element of you that, but you know what? There's 5 things that's not really me, but there's 2 things that I could actually build upon that, and then you go to another environment, you pick up some more things, another environment, pick up more things. By the time you know it, 5-6 years has gone past, and you can carry yourself in many environments different, and then now that person that you was in the start, they're kind of non-existent or you're just unpredictable. Right? Yeah, you're a completely different person. How's that happening? It's just from being in different environments. So I think the main thing with young people, certain people right now that are in these crowds, these negative environments, they stay there and they're stuck. And they don't have the courage to go into different places, try something new, so that they can maybe have a chance of just stretching their mindset, their mentality, or even their experiences more. And that would, for me, would be the only thing I'd say. Just try new things, step out, just be you, but see how big you is and sort of thing. Stand upon you. You know what I mean? So that's my thing.
I can't lie. I don't know if I can top that. That was serious.
You know what?
No, that was serious. No. But that's serious. It's serious. Like it's deeper than just like words and just let me say something good. Nah, that's it though, because that would be okay. The reason we are the way we are is because we started trying different stuff.
Yeah,
literally started trying different stuff, playing rugby, connecting with this guy, connecting with that guy. Obviously, a majority of the time you're gonna end up doing a lot of some things the same. I mean, instead of fighting, you might, instead of having ops and doing all of this fighting extras, you might now divert your attention to making peas, and then that's another a yellow brick road that goes very far as well.
Mm-hmm.
But and then you, instead of like arguing with guys, you draw attention to girls. That's another yellow brick road. Trying different things, or you might choose a sport. Yellow brick road. You might choose a vocation. And again, we're in the studio right now. You might choose music. Another yellow brick road. You're just trying, walking these roads, and then at some point you can connect some of these roads. Take some bricks from here, take some bricks from there, take some bricks from there, and run it and then now you build your own multicolored road.
That's it.
So it's just about that. That's it. That I think that's what I'd say to a young guy that's 16. Okay, if I was taking it back to myself, if I was chatting to myself, getting kicked out, let's say getting kicked out of school in year 9, let's say I'll just say year 11 when I got stabbed. Say if I was speaking to myself just before then, I said, listen, try focusing a bit more on a sport, because I was playing rugby in year 11. I was all right. Could have focused a little bit harder. And the thing is, not being funny, but the guys you meet at rugby, it's lads, it's their bit of banter. But the beauty of going to these places is it takes your time. It takes your time, but in a good way. You haven't got enough time to be running around doing all of that. And I would have said to myself, okay, try get a little job where you got, as soon as you finish school, you gotta be gone. You gotta be in that barber shop sweeping that floor, or you gotta be doing this and little things like that. So that's why I say just try things. Try switch up what you're doing from earlier, because if you give yourself too much time in your hands, you're gonna end up just going where everyone else is going. Chicken shop. Okay, now you're meeting up with these guys and that guy, and all of a sudden, it's a mazingi from the. But what happened was you weren't using your time effectively. Now it might be a bit much to say to like a young kid, raw, organize your time. Sounds like I'm being a teacher and being their mom and dad, but at the end of the day, if you spend your time doing different things, you can kind of like you avoid other things. And that's one of the things I've learned in life recently. Like when I don't go somewhere else and I'm chilling at my house, get me baking, I hear, raw, mad thing happened there. Crazy. I was doing something else. But it's not like I didn't want to be there. I might have wanted to go there, but I ended up doing something else that might be more productive. I might go studio. A lot of the times I don't go clubbing and that. I'll come studio. We have our party, whatever we're doing here. We have our vibe here. Till
You sound like a dad there.
no, but but it's that though,
because
because it's not just a party. It's also productive. It's like you don't know what you're gonna make that day. That tune could be the one that sends you. You don't know what going to the gym could do for you. You could meet a PT or a scout for a team. If you go to kickball in a random football cage somewhere, someone could be walking past that works for Chelsea, sees you strike that ball, and he says, "Excuse me, how you doing? You all right? I'm a football manager, by the way. I look for that young talent. I like that free kick you just took. Can you do it again? You do it again. Next thing you know, he's like, right. Can I speak to your parents? Set up a meeting. Next thing you know, you're playing for Chelsea, lower another league, but it's just using your time. Yeah, put yourself in a different position. That position yourself to do something else. I mean, if you want to stay and do what you need to do, I'm not gonna tell you. I ain't gonna hold you back. That's not what I'm about. Because I believe everybody also you have to learn from. Like you have to learn for yourself, innit? At the same time, but
you learn when you learn.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to learn. But if I could listen to somebody else, I might take that route, innit? I might dodge some stuff and might not need to speak about certain things and be in certain situations at the end of the day, innit?
I think that's the best way to learn. That's the second best way to learn from that. Literally, someone else's blunder. You messed up there, so I'm gonna dodge that and go the other way.
But each to their own. Everyone like do what you want at the end of the day. It's not advice to say you should be doing this. Nah, it's like I don't know. Like
it's a delicate one.
It's because it's easy to say it now that we're older and we're here doing our thing, but certain people, but certain people ain't even got that choice.
Yeah.
Even if they go football training, mad gets crazy there. You've got people coming to football training to start the mad. You've got people pulling up at studios, goes to the barber shop. Some people people have actually said to me, they can't relax in a barber shop because if someone pulls up on a mad one, they need to be ready.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Some people do. They spend their life.
Can't even, but some people ain't got the choice, and like, man, my heart goes out to people and people in them situations because life is serious. Like serious, like it can be that, especially like growing up where we grew up in it, like Luton. I know people think we country, sheep and farms, but it can get like that here.
Yeah.
And it's the moments when you least expect it where it's like, how do we get here? So it's just about I don't know. That's all I can say on that situation. But I think you hit it. But
no, do you know what it is? You expanded on it nicely, and
that's all I could do. Really,
it will fall on the right at the right time. However, it's received.
Yeah,
that's how it will be.
No, listen, beautiful words from both of you on a really, really important subject. And it's sort of led on to the next set of questions I wanted to talk about. Really, really good. And it's really interesting, actually, that you referenced like the Yellow Brick Road. I was having a conversation today and a good friend of mine, and he was talking about he deems his life like looking at the Wizard of Oz, Yellow Brick Road.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that thoroughly throughout. Maybe I have, but I was playing around.
He talks about 2017 and that was the real pinnacle point for his life. And his sort of slogan and saying is now live your life in Technicolor. And he views The Wizard of Oz and part of that film, if you watch it, it goes from black and white when she's in Kansas and she's living there to when she goes to the Wizard of Oz and that. It all goes across into colour.
Goes to Oz.
Yeah, goes to Oz. Yeah, it goes across into colour. And he was like, that was the pinnacle point in my life. That's when I went from being mundane, being the norm, being...
Yeah, I hear that.
Plateauing through life.
I smell that though. I like that. I like that.
I'm going to live my life in Technicolor. And you said a point there as well.
I like that, I like that. I ain't going to hold you. That's a very clean one.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. I know you two love a good saying.
I love a good one still. That's how I'm just visualizing that transition. It's the transition.
Yeah.
Whoa. I can see now.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh, 100%.
I like that. It's more of like a way of life. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good way of life. I like good ways of life. And that's like, okay, interesting. Yeah. I'm going to watch Wizard of Oz now. That's it.
Go on. Credit in, to be fair. So, big up Neil Giller for that one.
Man like Neil. Yeah, go.
But a really good analogy you used when you were talking about the yellow brick roads was when you said about, when you start getting out there, you start talking with people, and all of a sudden, one yellow brick road that you've gone down is piecing together with a different one. And that comes into, I think, where you two boys in the last few years have come into your own league in the form of networking. Now, both of you work with, have gone alongside, have done business with some real top people, like the 1%ers of this world.
100%.
And
God.
You've both obviously learned and picked up a lot from them. But what do you believe, having been around those type of people, makes them different, sets them apart?
You can run this one still first.
What sets them apart? Number one, accountability. That's like a game for anybody doing anything. You won't be different if you're not accountable. If you're playing the blame game, if you're playing the this, that, excuses game, it's done. It's finished for you. Once you're accountable, accountability allows you to be able to reflect. Reflection allows you to be able to adjust. Adjustment allows you to get better. Simple. So that's that's number one. Then obviously there's other aspects such as they are willing to learn. They believe in themselves to the core of themselves. But again, to believe in yourself, I also think you need to learn how to believe in yourself, because the way we've been programmed, it's a lot of the time, I don't know. You know what? Let me not say all of us, but some people don't come from backgrounds where there's a lot of good things poured into them to believe in yourself. You can do it. You can do it. You're good. Some people just come from homes where it's like, yeah, oh, nice. Back to the telly, back to a beer. That's it. You get me? So them people who are the top 1%ers, I feel like they've been able to take it. They were accountable and said to themselves, right, there's things I need to change and adjust. What can I learn to adjust? I need to learn something. There's something missing.
Yeah.
Clearly, because I'm not getting, they weren't where they felt like they not needed to be somewhere else, but they felt like should be doing something. I can feel it. So I need to learn something straight away because I don't know what it is right now. So something needs to give. I need to learn this. I need to learn that. Then after that, okay, I've learned how to believe in myself. Well, he can do this. I can do this. And it's all about, it's how you see yourself now. Now it's back now. It's like, how I see myself. Because once you're accountable for yourself, you have respect for yourself. Because you know what? I am accountable.
Yeah.
I own my shit. I'm willing to look like if I take a loss, take an L, you know what? Let me hold that. Let me learn from that. Because next time, it's better. And when you do it next time, you believe in yourself more. Now, I've been here. It's not my first rodeo. It's not my first rodeo. You just kind of adapt from there. And this whole thing spirals into a whole like heap of different things that these 1%ers have. But I think for me, basics, accountability, straight away. That's number one. Able to learn, number two. And number three, believing in themselves. But to believe in yourself, I feel like you have to learn that, because as a kid, you do it. You believe in yourself. You believe you can do anything as a baby, kid. But when you're doing something crazy, a lot of people are told, get down. What are you doing? Come on, sort it out. And then all of a sudden, you don't believe you can kick that. You don't believe you can be David Beckham anymore.
Yeah.
You don't believe you're Thierry Henry. You're running around with your top on. Put your top down. You're going to hurt yourself.
That's true.
But you believed you were Thierry Henry scoring that screaming for Gunners against Chelsea or Liverpool.
It goes back to the saying of, life is the hardest teacher. She gives you a failure first, then teaches you the lesson afterwards. But if you always have that mindset that your failure isn't a failure, it's just a lesson, it's another step, it's another branch on your tree, it changes your mindset completely. Like, I've fucked up plenty of times in life.
Haven't we all?
But you change the perspective. No, that wasn't a fuck up. I hold myself accountable for that. I admit there were things I could have done differently, but I didn't fail.
Yeah, it's like,
Hiccups.
I can learn from this.
Speed bump, big one.
Exactly that. And, I'm going to quote myself here, but it goes back to my saying of, it's only when you think you've hit that rock bottom point that you realise actually you're not hit rock bottom. It's just another bump in the road.
That's it.
It's the time when you realise your true potential and your true ability and where you can actually take yourself.
100%. 100%.
The road, none of that.
Exactly that.
The road.
Exactly that.
No, I like both what you man said. That's the facts. I'm gonna you hit all the accountability, belief and learning, growing straight away. I'm gonna add one more because 4 is my favorite number. Our favorite number, because it's 4 for the 4th. You get me? But I think they know why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the groundwork of even getting up in the morning. Why am I getting up? I got family. I got people that believe in me. I believe in me. You've got to pay the bills.
yeah, that one.
Why?
That might wake you up.
I want to go and do what I'm doing. So
it's fun.
With these 1%ers, I was with one of my business partners the other day. They were just calling, relaxing, chilling out. He's talking about his matey who's married into a multi-millionaire family. He's saying, nah, he's the one with money. Everyone's saying all this and that. I was like, raw. You want to be here. Why am I here? Yeah, I want to hear this. I want to hear this convo. Like, and then I thought he's the guy that was saying all this was a younger guy. And in my head, I did think like, so why are you here? And the other guys were like, why are you guys here? And I was like, you know what? It makes them feel good. It makes them learn more from each other, getting different insights into how to do different things. And the why is actually, for me, my why is I've got a mother that's come from Zimbabwe, looked after the whole family, not just the nuclear family, the whole family. So my why is to make sure that her work is carried on to an expansion level, expand that.
Yeah.
That's my why. Top 1% earners all know why they're doing it. Everyone's got different ones. Some of them might have a baby. Some of them started off broke. Some of them I know started broke. Some of them have taken women that are with children, but they know why they're doing it, and that's why they're so successful, because they just use that to drive them with a vision. Alright, cool, bet. I need to get there because that's why. Just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Why?
Keep that locked in. Yeah, nice. I like that. Still number 4.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Lovely.
And something all three of us have been talking about massively recently is journaling. 5-minute journal. You posted it up yesterday. We had a conversation about it. The book is dropping Friday.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. You're the same. You journal every morning.
Daily.
Gratitude,
every single day.
Set your goals out. Set what you want to achieve.
Every single day.
Now, us three know why that's important to us. But for people who are listening who might not understand journaling, might not understand gratitude, might not understand affirmations, the importance of routine. Can you guys give us a bit of an insight as to why you find it so important for yourselves?
I'll be real, like, do you know, I've been doing something recently that's like, it's the same thing, gratitude, but it's more of like, once again, questioning myself.
Yeah.
Why do I see myself this way? Why do I have great relationships with family and friends? Why do I have a this one's gonna sound crazy. Not crazy, but it's real life. Why do I have a muscular, fit, athletic body that's strong and stable? Like, I use these questions as in order to justify why my actions and habits are the way they are.
Yeah.
I use them. So then I drive myself to do certain things, eat certain things, act a certain way, talk a certain way, conduct myself in certain environments in a certain way. And that for me is great. I'm grateful. Gratitude is being aware and happy with something, contented with something. For me, satisfied. Not complacent with it, but satisfied and content with it. And I'm grateful for my ability to have control of my thoughts. So that's one of the main things that gratitude and journaling and understanding the element of them mixed together is for me.
Yeah.
It allows me to actually become, like, be aware of who you are as a person. And obviously, if we want to go deep, this is another podcast. But if you just be quiet, you can hear. The only person you can hear in your head is you. Like, so that means you are talking to you spiritually, and you've got an intellect that can direct your thoughts. Then you physically act upon them.
Yeah.
There's 3 elements to us. So it's like, for me, if you understand that, be grateful for that. For me, being grateful for that understanding allows me to journal and say, you know what? Why is it like this for me? And then I now go on the way I do, just mix it all together. And it's sort of like a nice cocktail of personal development for me. That's my daily. I have a little in the morning, a swig of that, and then that carries me as I go.
Swig of PD.
Yeah, swig of PD. But yeah, that's what it is to me. Like, and that's how I see it. And I'd encourage anyone to, like. It's crazy because I remember the first day I started doing this. The first day, I remember it. I was in my living room. No, I was in my living room, and I was just feeling frustrated. Proper frustrated. And I was like, why is it like this? Then I saw something on Instagram, The Secret now. I'm like, what's this, bro? Like, I just needed an answer. I needed something.
Yeah.
I needed something to make me feel better because I was just frustrated with my position at the time. And then I was like, they said there was a book even. I wasn't a reader then. It was like, come on, bro. Like, now we can read.
Yeah. Really?
And it's not like I couldn't read. It's just like,
slow.
I ain't got time for that. Like, to read a book. Then I saw that it was on Netflix. I watched that. Believe you me, I watched that 6 times in 1 week. Everyone I met up with, I was like, we need to watch this together. Bro, you remember?
That's how I bucked it. This guy,
hey, yo, we need to watch this.
Was watching it in the spot.
Everywhere.
What's this?
And
this guy
and the first,
but I didn't deep it. I didn't deep it till after.
That's what I'm saying. But in that place of life I was at, I needed something to help me appreciate me.
Yeah.
Appreciate myself.
And look deeper within yourself.
Deeper within, like, start questioning and stuff, like. And I think a lot of and it brought an awareness of, hold on, I can actually find out these curious things about my life. I can find out, and it's not to say it's magic. It's just, it's an awareness of who you are and what you can achieve. Like, so yeah, man. Like, I'd advise anyone to, like, look into gratitude, look into journaling, look into personal development as a whole.
100%.
It's essential.
Yeah, man, sick. 100%, man. Like, that's for me. Obviously, you've said it. Yeah, that's why get me question yourself, build yourself off that. For me, obviously, I'll just add my little sauce to it. I feel like PD, personal development, is like journaling and gratitude notes is a branch in personal development, and that goes back to my original point when I said about learning, being ready to learn. Because to learn, you need to learn what's personal development. What does that even
Yeah,
consist
yeah,
of?
yeah, yeah.
What does that consist of? Okay, it consists of journals, journaling, not just journaling how your day went, but there's the premeditated journal, which I do in the morning. It's like I, it's called like, what's it called? Sorry, I've lost the word. Segment intended, or planning your day. It's a goal, but it's not a goal as in like, oh, I need to get
It has to be
10
done.
sales. It's not like that. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, so in the morning, I'd wake up, first thing, get me, jump out my bed. As soon as my feet touch the floor, thank you. Thank you for, as soon as they touch, thank you. Like, thank you. Bang, I'm okay, we're here now. Sometimes it's a mad thing to get out of that bed, so thank you, I'm out. But yeah, jump out, go shower, come back upstairs straight away, and I'll write in my book. It's either I'll write thank you the whole way down the page. And while I'm writing thank you, I'm just saying thank you for allowing my day to go good. Thank you for no traffic. But I'm just writing thank you, but I'm writing the word just thank you, but I'm thinking of things that
That'd
maybe
be
in my
nice.
day that'll be nice. You know, get a
That'd be
smile
clean.
from a drivers on the road. Not
An
be
hour late, getting
not
up.
be late. Yeah,
Thank you for no traffic.
yeah, yeah. No cap, no cap. Thank you for not having my car frozen over with ice, so I don't have to spend 10 minutes flipping defrosting the fuck up. Because it's annoying. Just thank you. Then I might spill into yesterday. Oh, thank you for that lovely dinner. Like, I'm not writing thank you for the dinner, but I'm just writing thank you. But I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I'm just sending them rays out. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Tapping
And
in.
obviously you can do it backwards and say thank you for before. You can say thank you for what's coming in the day, and that would just kind of that's one of the ways I do it in the morning. There's like I always
There's
like
ways,
I switch it up, get me whatever's feeling. I'm not feeling that today. I'm feeling this or whatever, but it's a way to just kind of kickstart my day and like, okay, I'm on this flow. Sometimes by the time I get downstairs in a coffee and I'm outside my yard, I'm like, ah, it's like it's not worked, but I've started thinking about some next stuff that's made me I'm not really,
I know
you
fully
get
well.
me.
If I message either of you two while you're in that
See what,
zone,
yeah, it's it's not
I'm
that.
fucking up your whole
Yeah,
day.
yeah, the whole, yeah. It's only, yeah, but that's what it is though. And like, so I try to like, that's why I try to get it done as soon as possible,
Yeah.
so people can get a hold of me. Because if not, I might air the call or in the middle of it.
This morning, for example, I knew something was wrong when you messaged me at 6:30. 6:30 is usually your time.
I'm just
when
doing my
you're-
thing. Yeah, I'm just zenning. I'm zenning. I was
For you to
yeah.
message me at that time, what's going on?
Yeah, I wasn't zenning.
Something's not right.
Saying that this morning because of like how quickly I had to wake up and start activating. I didn't have time to take my time. Don't get it wrong, but I caught it. I caught it later on when I had a minute. I was just sitting there on my own, sat down on the floor in the hallway, crossed my legs, had my moment. But that's the thing with the journaling. You can do it anytime, but it just depends whenever you want to do it. It's easiest for me in the morning because by the end of the day, I'm ready to just slide into my bed and think about the next day and like start planning that. But sometimes it's just nice to get done in the morning. But as I was saying, like, it just gets me rolling and going. But that's just a segment of the personal development game. To even get to that point of doing that, I had to go through a lot of material.
Yeah.
There was a lot of material before I got the person, the there's a woman I listen to, Abraham Hicks. And one of my first mentors in this personal development game, Bob Proctor, BP. He was in The Secret. Dre and David and Minitier. A lot of people, yeah, we met Bob. There's a lot of people. Like Dre's the first person who really showed me about this personal development thing. Like I remember he's playing it at the spot. We're just doing our thing, innit? Like chilling, normal, innit? Dre's like, put on The Secret. Yeah. Yo, chill.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway,
So
so he's like put this Secret on, innit? And we're just like at this point, I'm in the room, but I'm in and out of the room, innit?
Yeah.
Like but I'm in the room, but I'm in and out of the room. It's like, okay, I'm here. I might need to slide out. So I'm not really paying attention. I'm just doing my thing. I'm taking it in. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. But later on, now I've gone to an event or something. Somebody mentioned Alchemist, the book Alchemist.
It was at the barbecue at Jamie's.
No. That was before. This is before that. Before the barbecue.
Right.
I might be about to go on a tangent, but I'll try dissect it quickly. But a lot of things happened. Couple random things, coinky things happened, and then I met a girl who said to me, "Yo, that's not coincidences.
Yeah.
Something's telling you to lock into this kind of realm, if you call it. Like, not lock in, but this realm's talking to you. This realm's talking to you." From there, I read the book The Alchemist. After The Alchemist, I read the Power book of The Secret, and I was like, raw, this is a bit mad. But I didn't do any of the gratitude journal stuff at that point.
Yeah.
So this is for listeners listening, thinking, oh, I don't know nothing about nothing. What am I going to do? Like, obviously, start where you feel comfortable, kind of thing. Because eventually you'll get to another point and it'll make sense to you.
Yeah.
But journaling and all of the gratitude PD just helps you learn more about how powerful and how special you are as a person. And it's not to be all weird in that, like, but I don't care. If it sounds weird, it sounds weird. But
yeah,
it's not to be all weird and mystical. But we are powerful beings, and like, we are very special, and we can literally create everything that happens around us.
Like, everything. This is made by someone, bro.
Everything is made by someone. So
everything you look at is made by someone.
That's what it does for us, isn't it? Like, PD, personal development.
It makes you aware of these things.
Manifest. They manifest. You know, you got Richard. Manifest this.
My man.
Manifest
Come on.
It is. Everyone's thought of something at some point, and journaling is something that's fantastic. And again, I'm going to plug my own book here again. But that's why I created it and wanted to do it the way that I did. When you look into journaling, affirmation, gratitude, there's so much out there that's very hippie.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Spiritual, very overpowering. The simplicity of what it actually is comes back to, again, those 4 aspects. It's that self-accountability, that self-belief, the gratitude, and then like the affirmation of it, and the routine of it.
100%.
Which are 4 hugely important aspects of life, and 4 points which, you focused on and said, a lot of the 1%ers you move around with. That's 4 huge aspects of their life that have helped them to get to where they wanted to be.
100%.
And the whole idea of the book is that I wanted to simplify what is out there surrounding journaling and bring it down to something that's very easy to take on as a concept to begin with. For those first 9 weeks, it's easy to digest, it's easy to do, it's going to take you, like your post yesterday, 5 minutes. 5-minute journal. You sit there,
in and out.
Tick. Write your little bits. Write your affirmations. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate what you want to do. Set your goals for the day. Bang! I'm out. I'm ready. It gives you that chance to,
You can even do it at work. You can even do it at work.
Yeah.
If you want.
You sit in the car 5 minutes before you jump out. Listen, let me just quickly scribble that.
It'd be a good idea to actually have it in the car.
Yeah.
It'd be a great idea so that people can be like,
what's this?
Oh yeah, I need to quickly do this before I go into my life.
Yeah.
Literally, quickly. Like that.
No, exactly that, gents. Well, this has been one hell of a chat, and it's gone on for a real tangent. There's only a couple more bits I sort of want to focus on.
Cool.
That's quite nice. Good.
Before we sort of get
to
the end.
stuff.
And just to conclude on the PD, personal development, every 1%er, if you want to get to that level, I'll be honest, every 1%er I've met, seen on YouTube, read a book of, they all do personal development. Every 1%.
Yeah, everyone.
I'll be honest. Like, there's not one I've met yet. One I've come across yet that I don't do that bullshit. Nah, I don't hear. All of them do a little something. It might not be the mad thing, but they're writing down. Yeah. They're doing their journaling. They're doing their stuff. They're doing personal development, and
they might not jump in the cold bath.
Maybe not cold baths, but they're doing something in it. So success leaves clues, innit?
And
Success leaves clues.
To double up on the conclusion for that, everyone's journey is different.
Exactly that.
Specific to you, how you feel. Like me and him were twins, but we probably have different routines in them.
Yeah,
like,
I think
close,
but sometimes they might match. It depends how I'm
Yeah,
feeling. If
yeah,
I want a long session of PD, no,
they come
pause,
sometimes.
pause. But like, yeah, I might do certain things that he does in there. But it's like sometimes I've literally got 5 minutes and I need to be out.
It's for you. It's not for person.
Yeah.
Not we're gonna develop everybody. That's why it's a self.
No, definitely. Really, really good insight, and I think that section will benefit a lot of people and give people more of a view into journaling and what that can actually help achieve. Now, we've focused on lots of different points of ways of bettering yourself, focusing on yourself, but obviously this is still a bit of a mental health podcast, and
of course, of course.
It's big right now, man. That's right now in this climate of society that we're in. Like, I think it's important that we highlight that and don't be shy to mention.
Yeah, big up your team.
Big up your team for bringing it up.
100%. For bringing it into the conversation. It needs to be a conversation.
People would benefit from even hearing like anyone's view of the point and stuff like that, because we all need each one teach one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%. And you know, I think that is the key thing. It's getting people talking. It's getting people opening up, understanding that it's acceptable. You know, it's normal. You're allowed to feel emotion. You're allowed to have a cry. You're allowed to sit there and tear up when you're watching 50 First Dates with your missus or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at
Don't get me wrong. That thing I was watching the other day. P.S. I love you. I had the moment. I was like, "Raw, this team's deep."
I hear you, man. Still,
man.
Feelings are temporary, innit? So it's cool. Emotions are active.
Nah, it's a moment. I was like, "Wow, this movie's deep, bro."
I remember the first time I got choked up at a film, and it was Seven with Will Ferrell.
Oh, Brazy. Wait, no, I thought you meant £7. Nah, so, okay, I ain't seen 7.
Have you not seen it?
Nah, I haven't seen 7. I thought you meant £7.
It's a very, very interesting film, and he commits suicide basically in it. The whole film is about him wanting to find people to donate various organs to that he felt deserved better in life. And
that's £7. Will Smith. £7. It is. Yeah. He said Will Ferrell. Will Smith. Yeah. I was thinking that Joker. It made you cry.
And it's that was the first film that caught me out, and I was a bit like, whoa.
You know, that film's deeper. That film's deeper, bro.
But it is.
I rate you for crying for that at least, you know, because I cried to Top Gun. The Maverick recently. Like,
no, but that one's deeper though. That's another deeper one. No, I'm showing you. I'm showing you. That one there is deeper. Like on a
it's been
that level. On that level, they hit every tick on the sheet for that one.
And you know what? It's strange the things that catch you out.
Yeah.
Like you get caught so off guard with something that you would never consider. Like I've watched the original Top Gun, and the original Top Gun I didn't think was particularly emotional or anything like that. I haven't watched Maverick, so I don't know. Yeah. But something like that, you know, when you start the film, you'd never think you'd find it catching you off guard.
Definitely not.
And you all choked
nah,
up.
definitely, absolutely not. Whoa.
And that's even I'll even put this point out there for everyone that might be beneficial. I was speaking to my friend. She does psychology, and she wants to be like an occupational therapist for people as well. And she told me we were having a big convo. You know, like I didn't expect the convo, but we were just talking about feelings and emotions, and she let me know that feelings are temporary, like they come and go, and it's okay to have feelings. That's fine, but then when you start bearing emotions, it's an anchor. It's like you're holding on to feeling, and then that now becomes something that's solidified in the way your neurotransmitters, your brain takes a situation, people, scenarios, or life. So it's good to be aware, be emotionally intelligent. Although we can have emotions and we can feel a type of way, I think one of the main things that it would be good if people looked into emotional intelligence and understanding that these things, feelings, they come and go. But if you start harboring it and hoarding it, now you're attaching this thing to you, and it could be good. You're holding on to happiness. That's good. But there's ways to, if you're holding on to sadness and anxiety, just know that
I'm not feeling 100%.
100.
Like I'm not doing as well as I should be.
Yeah,
It's okay to feel like that. Sometimes you like, need to kick myself up the arse and pattern up.
Literally.
But as men, like, we might hold on to that one and keep it locked in. It's underneath, and we're not talking about it. But if somebody speak to somebody, they might be able to say, "Don't worry, it's all right." I feel like that sometimes, innit? But we don't do that too for each other. Well,
100.
a lot of people don't do that. They don't open the space for that conversation where I know what you're feeling like, and it might make you feel better when you hear. Not saying you want your other guy to say to you, "I feel," you don't want him to say it to you, but it's a bit more consoling now. It's like, okay, I'm not the only one.
And exactly that. You're not the only one, and that physical release of that emotion, it just levels you and zens you and zones you back out.
Yeah, my
again.
man.
How many times have you been absolutely fuming, like ready to totally lose your rag, and you've gotten that angry, you've made yourself cry, and you sat there and you like anger cried out, and then you're like, oh, I feel better now.
Yeah, just a little, just a little. Get me, I've had that. Yeah, I've had that.
You know, and
I used to get angry. That's it. Stop fighting.
But you focused on a huge point there, and it's not letting your anger, your emotion, your trauma define you. It's not holding on to it. Accepting it, addressing it.
Yeah, it's cool.
But moving on from it.
You
know, I'm not going to go into detail on it, but somebody I'm very close to opened up on some trauma, and something they said to me really resonated with me and really sort of hit home. And it was, in reference to something, and they wanted to use this thing as a way of expressing their story. But their whole thing was, I want that to represent my story because it's going to show that, yes, I've been through this trauma, but it's not going to define me. It's not going to beat me. I am bigger than this. I am better than this. This is part of my story, but it isn't my story.
It's part of it.
It's a sideline. It's a side mission.
It's a side mission. It's just
a testimony in the story.
It's just there, and it's a little something. Grab that. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It made them who they are, innit? It made them who they are, and if they become a great person, wow, that thing is good for you.
Yeah.
Done you nice.
No, definitely. Do you know what, gentlemen? It's been absolutely amazing having you on today. My final sort of question to you is there anything you wish we had spoken on today, or you want to address, or you feel need to bring into light?
I'll just quickly say on the mental health side, if man them brothers, guys, if we are going through like any sort of like mental health, any times where we might feel like, you know what, it's a bit much, don't be shy to speak to somebody. I know sometimes people feel as if I got no one to speak to, but the likelihood is it's the person you least expect that's going to be like, you know what, I hear you, bro, don't watch that. That's going to be like, you know what, cool. And it might not be, they might not do anything for you. They might not change your life and send you to the holiday of your life and make you happy. No, it's not about that. It's just about expressing it, getting it out there, speaking to them so people are aware. Now, once you know that people are aware, and it's not, you don't want a pity party. We're men at the end of the day. We don't want that, a pity party. Like, I don't. We don't want that. But at the same time, it's nice to be able to speak and let these things out. And at least then when you're functioning through life, going through life, you know that he understands why I'm moving like the way I'm moving. And like, you get me? And in return, he'll kind of, whoever you speak to, the people you speak to, they'll look out for you without you needing to, why is no one looking out for me? They'll look out for you. They'll, you know what I'm saying, just cushion your thing, cushion it up a bit. Not to like make you seem like you need it, but as men, if we stand together and help each other out, like one stick breaks, a bunch of sticks is strong in it and can build a whole house in it. So at the end of the day, if you are feeling like that, don't be shy. Let it out. Speak to somebody. Get it out there. At the end of the day, everybody's here to help. Some people, everybody's busy. Life gets busy, and that's something that as a man we all have to come to terms with. Sometimes it can feel like everyone's too busy for me, but if that fails, dive into some personal development, get reading, get journaling, 10 things that you're grateful for in a day. If you feel like shit, just write 5 things that you're grateful for, that you're happy about. You've got a bed to sleep in. It's easy: bed, house, family, all of that stuff. Like something easy. Maybe you brushed your teeth and maybe you get me. You had a nice meal, a nice chicken and chips.
Sun on the face.
Sun on the face. The
Wind
sun.
in your hair.
You heard a nice bird sing. It's nothing crazy.
Things.
Simple things. Just start. Just
a girl smiled at you.
just start the snowball effect, and then that might make you feel better. And you do that again the next day. You do it the next day, the next day. By the time you know it, you're 90 days deep, feeling a bit more happy about life and all of that. That's what I'd say. And because obviously it is a mental health thing. We've kind of expressed about but I'm sure you can understand where we're coming from by just the way we all spoke today. Everybody's kind of on the same page. But at the end of the day, we are bringing awareness to men's mental health. Do grab some water, manifest water. Get me, get me, manifest some success, happiness, positivity.
What else? What else? For me, the only thing I'll say is, everybody's going through it together. Like we're all growing through this together, guys. So just take time with yourself, innit? Take time. Be easy on yourself. Obviously, put urgency into yourself, but just take it easy on yourself. It's not it's a marathon, innit? It's not a sprint. Like longevity is the game. And also I think it's another thing like impact. Like when the day you go, like what will people say about you? Like that's a good thing as well to think about, to motivate you to keep your head up, keep strong. Because remember, we're the leader providers, the leaders in our families and stuff. So it's okay. It's like we're all going through the journey together. We're all here. No one's got to figure it out. Trust me.
Yeah.
No one's got to figure. Everyone's going.
We talk a good game, but nah, I'm playing.
We're all good.
Hey, we're still figuring it out.
We're figuring it out, and do you know what? That's the part.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm genuinely okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Until the day's done.
Okay with it.
Yeah, man. You know the vibes. Manifest water. You know what I mean? Health, positivity, happiness, confidence, success, all the rest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having us, broski.
Us on the bearded way of life. Obviously, we're connecting in a minute.
Soon, land.
Don't watch that.
Soon, land.
But you get me? Like, I think it's an amazing thing to actually think about the mandem from this perspective. I know everyone thinks it, but no one does it. So, 100%. It's been a pleasure to be a part of this, and yeah, man.
I appreciate it, boys. And listen, we could have kept talking for hours.
Oh, we've literally.
We know how it is. But honestly, these guys are fascinating. Like what they're doing is incredible. Their perspective on life, their perspective on business, success, mental health, physical health is fascinating. And I'm going to do a bit of a plug for you both. Please go and have a look at this. It's called Sex in the Hood. They're both written it. It's very, very interesting book. It's a very, very interesting concept. Go and check it out.
I had like one of these moments yesterday. Like I was feeling so fiery energy, and I had to just use the energy in a different way. In it.
Oh.
They were like, part two.
Yeah. Yeah, go get that. Thank you very much for the plug.
Money artists,
you can find that on Amazon. Go grab it. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, broski.
And if you want to keep up to date with these guys' journey, what they're doing, and what they're up to, do you just want to tell the guys where they can find you?
You can find myself, Dre Money, on Instagram, and also Twitter, Dre Money SB. So Dre, DRE Money, and an S and a B. And I'm there, and I'm just providing a lot of motivational content. Just to give people perspective shifts in life and stuff like that. So come on there if you want to follow my journey. I'm be more than happy to take you on routes. All right.
And you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Mitch Money SB. All of them are the same. That's Mitch Money SB. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Make sure you go get the journal, the Bearded Way of Life journal. Let's get it.
100%.
Let's get it.
Don't get that.
Gentlemen,
Let's
thank
get
you very much.
Appreciate
My
you.
man.
Appreciate it, brothers.
Appreciate
What else?
Thank you for listening, guys, and stay tuned for the next episode of the Bearded Way of Life.
What else?